And our next guest from Garrett High School, the running back extraordinaire, Mr. Cam Ruble, Mr. Jeffries said to say hello to you. So, I mean, divulge the friendship there.
Yeah, I've known him since we were pretty much toddlers. He's a great kid and even better athlete. So.
Oh, now don't sell yourself short. You know, you're a big, strong guy. So, did you used to live in close to where he lives now, or where was that growing up?
Pretty sure we were born at the same hospital. So.
Oh my goodness!
There you go.
And our mothers went to the same school. So.
Holy cow, that's crazy!
Cool. And now you guys are both tearing it up for your respective teams at regional. Well, congrats to you and Garrett, 12-0. Sectional champs. Boy, did it come down to the wire there in Ligonier to beat West Noble on Friday. But just talk about this season, this team, what you guys have been able to put together top to bottom. We saw it a few weeks ago when you guys had Lakeland in the sectional opener, and we were all impressed. I mean, what is it about this team in the last couple of years, the momentum from last year, that you guys have been able to swing it this way and really the march towards your own deep state run, if you will, trying to get down there?
Well, I mean, it's a big difference going from 6-6 to 12-0. My team definitely worked hard in the off season, and they hit the weights. You could tell like the speed and strength difference from last year, and on top of that, they're just a lot smarter this year. And I gotta give credit to my line for the offense. Like you see us get big numbers like on like the skill side, but I gotta give credit to the offensive line because they're doing their job right now.
Sure. Talk about we see the different playmakers that you guys have. I mean, it is the stock. You're the stocky running back, but you also have Calder Hefty, a quarterback, and can get the job done. We've seen Selke be able to mix it up a lot, and both sides of the ball, as you guys are a smaller 3A school, a lot of two-way players. Just talk about that and the momentum that you guys have had, the work that went into the off season to go from that 6-16 with the winning streak at the end of the year to come back all this way and to continue, what that looks like in the summertime before people are really even paying attention up at Garrett High School.
Well, we had added a few people to our offensive thing, like Alex Guzman, that running back. He's pretty quick. He's done a lot this season, and we started running our quarterback more, Calder Hefty. He's great, and it's just nice when you have multiple threats, not just me getting 30 carries a game, but just spreading out the ball and just giving a defense a hard time.
Well, talk about this game on Friday night, because I just was looking at some of the box scores in this ball game, and it seems that you guys only allowed 32 offensive snaps for West Noble. Is that, I mean, did you guys really limit them to that amount of offense, or I guess you call it limiting their offense? Only 32 actual snaps offensively. Is that, and then you said that is true. Wow. That's pretty crazy. And I know that there were some fumbles recovered in this ball game, but it was a tight game from start to finish. I mean, 21-20. So talk about the game a little bit and how it all kind of transpired and such. I know Hefty had a big game as well.
Yeah, West Noble is definitely a solid team. Definitely one of the toughest teams I've ever played. Really physical. That game was just, I mean, that was a bizarre feeling, just being that close with a tough team. And I mean, talking about 32 snaps, I mean, we ate up the clock. Like the whole entire quarter was like one drive. I mean, that's kind of how offense works, but it really worked like this game. It took a long time for us to get down the field. It was hard-earned yards, just straight downhill run.
But like you said, that is the philosophical approach that Coach DePue has implemented there with you guys, is having an offense that can, like you said, chew up clock, utilize all four downs if necessary, and, just kind of move it down the field in an incremental way. I mean, you guys finished the day with 306 yards, 262 on the ground, and 8 of 17 on third downs. And that was a pretty good game for you guys up there. And that's not an easy place to go play. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's a hard school to go play at, and especially with the fans they have, because they've had some good teams, but you guys really executed what you needed to do on both sides of the ball, because your defense also played really well. Talk about the defense in this ball game as well.
I mean, yeah, I don't play any defense, but just watching them on the sideline, it's like they're just just giving me relief and just thinking I can go back out there right away and just put points on the board. They're definitely the most hard hitting team I've been on. So,
well, when we had you guys, that was one thing that I thought, you guys were a complete team. I know you beat Adams Central at the beginning of the season. Everybody was like, well, it's first game. That was kind of a fluke, and so forth and so on. But when we had you guys against Lakeland a couple weeks ago, you guys have a legit defense. Dude, I think you probably have some of the statistics for them and what they're giving up on the year, but it's kind of crazy what their defense has done all season.
Yeah, real quick. 37 points on offense, 14.7 on defense all year. I pulled up John Harrell there. But, I mean, if you look at, and I'm trying to make it where the screen fits both ways here, but
it's all right.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And yeah, I'll get it here. But yeah, basically, some of the games, I mean, really solid performances across the board. And really with West Noble, if you look at it, I mean, that 17-6 game, I think I can get it here. And let me do this. The 17-6 game, I'm going to do this right now, is, you guys held Seth Pruitt to 39 yards. And then the sectional game, they hold him to 15. And so, I mean, the dynamic of playing a team twice, we hear that it's hard to beat a team twice. I mean, obviously the emphasis is going to be, you got to stop Seth Pruitt. I mean, what in particular is it like in practice when you've got somebody like him lining up on the other, and again, you don't play defense, but you're of that same build, that same mentality. They're trying to stop you too. The playing a team twice in the season, a conference foe for a sectional championship, the mentality the second time around, just talk about that a little bit.
I could definitely say that we definitely wanted it more the second time around, and we wanted nothing else but to just beat that team again, because I mean we did not like that team at all.
Let's keep it clean, Cam. Let's keep it clean.
Well, they're like our conference rivals, I would say.
I know.
They're a hard team to beat, and we just want nothing more to just put them in the ground.
Yeah. Well, and that's, what you were able to do. It came down to some, I think, a missed extra point at the end as they were driving. But yeah, I mean, just what you guys have been able to do. Now, Knox is up next. Knox is a perennial team, really good program. They're sitting at 9-3, averaging 41.6 points a game. And just, I think have had a lot of success in the tournament in the last couple of years. Regional champs a year ago, actually back-to-back, 3 straight sectional titles now.
Yeah.
If, they haven't added the 2024 one to the stats I got in front of me, but 3 straight sectionals. This team, another ground and pound type of game at Knox. They're coming into town to Garrett. Just talk about the preparations for them, and when you branch out and face teams that you're not used to playing, just talk a little bit about that.
Hey, Cam, Cam, just a second. This is what I pulled up on Knox so you can talk to. They have a rushing offense that's averaged over 4,000 yards this season. And so this is going to be a classic game of offenses banging on each other because of what two averages. Quarterback, 2,400 yards rushing, and a running back that has 1,500. So now you can talk about them.
But I definitely know that they got some athletes, number 2 and number 5 for sure. And going into this game, like playing other teams, we definitely have a better game plan. We definitely focus down and watch all the film we do, and our coaches definitely make a good scheme for the game leading up to these games. And he knows that this team's good, and we have to have a good game and have good practice this week.
Absolutely. Just to put it into perspective, 4,200 rushing yards, 356 passing yards on the season. They average 382 yards a game. So the average per rushing game is more than. So yeah, it'll be quite the running game affair. But for you too, I mean, you guys have looked solid on defense, but the offensive side of the ball, you guys are going to bring it too. And that mix. I mean, talk about the development of this team with Coach Depew and kind of turning the tides there. I know you get a lot of times with these smaller schools like a Garrett, a 3A school, and some of the other ones. You guys have been together a long time. How far back does it go with this group and kind of looking to accomplish something like this?
As a kid, we definitely thought we were the team that were going to do something special. I've been playing with these kids since, man, probably since second grade. I know Calder played since he was about 4 years old. So we've been playing for quite a while together. And the chemistry is unreal. We definitely play as a team.
Well, yeah. And what a team effort it's been. You guys have looked impressive all year. You guys were probably the only people that knew that you guys were legit when you beat Adams Central, by the way, because we thought, Adams Central is going to have a bad year. They lost to Garrett. Boy, did we underestimate exactly in week one, but you guys have put it on all year long and looked impressive. And we wish you the best going forward as you guys continue your march through the postseason. Up next for you guys, like we mentioned, you guys will host the regional on Friday night as Knox comes to town in Class 3A. And it should be a good one there. We wish you guys the best of luck. An exciting atmosphere up there in Railroader country. And we'll be looking forward to seeing how that game turns out on Friday night. Thanks so much for joining us, Cam.
Yep, thank you.
All right. That was Cam Ruble, the running back, fullback, the bulldozer, the caboose. I think sometime and we say that in a good way because the caboose of the train there that out of the backfield.